This is Jazza asked if I'd like to do a fruit and vegetable art challenge. I said I have a better idea.
You've already done a pumpkin one.
That's
M&Ms have good colours, don't they?
They do. I think Skittles would be best if I did like something like watercolouring.
Oh, Skittles have good colours. Flake. I think you should get some
I think
flake.
you just want to eat a
flake.
flake.
Would be like dirt or something, wouldn't it?
Well,
It'd be like.
And how do I stick it to the page?
We'll find. How are you going to stick that to the paint? Oh, you're going to make it into paint.
Yeah. I'm all for sticking stuff to a page, but it has to stick like I have to only use.
Well, we could look in the baking.
Filming my torso.
I don't know.
All right, this is round one. I feel like we have a bit more to go. Let's keep going. Okay, so we've had our shop. We have all the essentials, which are loads and loads of lollies, candy, whatever you want to call it. We've also got a few extra things. We've got a, what do you call this? Stovetop. It's like a butane cartridge stovetop, so it can fit on this table and I can do that. And I also got an extra GoPro. We were going to get this for a bunch of other projects we have coming up anyway, but we thought it might be cool to get now because the miscellaneous extra angles you get with the GoPro are awesome because it fits anywhere and it's 4K and croppable. So I'm going to use this, and this is the next one up. So this is actually the Hero 5. So we got the Hero 6 because, I mean, it has a bunch of other extra things. So it has 4K 60 frames and all that stuff. But I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in particular, the smoothing. This has sort of motion stabilization in the camera. So I can strap this to my chest and get that as an additional angle, and it will smooth out all the motion. And this will be a miscellaneous other angle, and then I have my main camera. I got like a plastic container to put the lolly art on, the candy art, but I don't think it's big enough, and I think we need to go more ambitious and sort of replicate an old school, old masters painting. So this is sort of on a whim, the best surface I can think of, but it's my calendar backing. So I figure we only have a month and a half in the year left. I might as well survive off of the paper and support it with next year's calendar.
I'll get some clips for you. You'll be fine.
But this is good. I think this is a good.
Is that good?
Size.
Can sort of cut it to, yeah.
Yeah. You can make art out of anything, kids.
But don't play with Stanley knives. On your knees.
Without adult supervision.
Yeah. And that doesn't include Jazza.
No. I'm mid setting up the studio setup. As you can see, I've got my table, my white backdrop, which is going to be nice because there'll be sort of a top-down shot, so it'll show you a nice clean white floor, a whole bunch of lollies slash candy, whatever you want to call it, that I'll be introducing in the video. And I have my two GoPros. So this one's the new GoPro, the Hero 6, which I'll be mounting on my chest. That's going to give a bit of a first-person view and a nice up-and-close view of all the nice sugary treats. And because it's got the auto stabilization, that'll be a really nice thing of footage to work with. And then I have the other GoPro, which I'm going to mount from the ceiling. Other than that, I've got the main camera, which is going to get the good depth of field. So I'm basically going to have two constant 4K shots to go between in the edits, and then some real sort of money shots, some really nice depth of field shots in the main camera. So I should be able to create this really cool edited together thing. Alrighty, and I'm all set up and ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to film this in two parts, well technically three parts, but two methods. The first is front on like this with a white background, where I'm going to reveal all of my candy, and I'm going to use the little butane stove and create some sugar glue. I've never done this before. I am not an expert at either cooking or fire machinery, so I'm hoping for the best. But if I burn down this building, I don't know, at least I have video evidence. It's all for the views, baby! Anyways, after I do that, and I guess that'll sort of be more of a having fun, cheeky sort of, I have no idea what I'm doing part of the video. I'm then going to reverse all of this and flip it around to face this way. So I'm facing forward. I'm going to have my GoPro chest mount, a top GoPro mount, and my nice depth of field shots coming in on this angle, so that everything is going to be facing the white still, but this time the focus is all going to be on the candy and not me. And then at the very end we'll flip it back around to the front and I'll show off what I made. But that's the plan. Oh, burning. Yeah, it's burning. Step 7, throw out your burnt sugar and start again. I am in a slightly dire, or at least fairly awkward situation. So this is very difficult and it's very rubbish so far. I've paused all my filming because Mrs. Jazz has rushed off to the supermarket to get me more sprinkles, because this is the only thing that so far is making me feel like maybe I can save it to turn that into some sort of sky. But yeah, this sugar glue is really difficult to work with and keep in a workable state. And beyond that, I don't have enough of the kind of candy I would have liked to work with to make something, but rather than go out and get all of that, I mean, it would have been too hard to work with anyway, because that's a mistake. That's what a mistake looks like. And there's no scratching it off. I have tried. So I'm just going to try and work around that. I'm going to keep going. Mrs. Jazz is going off to the supermarket. Lee's messaged me to let me know he's got a rough cut edit, so I'm going to go back and forth into the other studio and in here. So turn the stove off, go look at part of the edit, come back in here, warm up the stuff to keep it liquid, the sugar, then turn it off, then go back out until I can review it and give him a go ahead, because that video I'm reviewing is today's video, so I need to get him approval, or at least, notes for the next step ASAP. But I also need to keep this stuff workable. So I'm going to turn off the air conditioner so that it can stay warm-ish while I rush out for 2 minutes and then come back in. Oh my goodness. Okay, I've been rescued. Mrs. Jazza got these from the shop. The sugar has remained liquidified barely, so I'm going to mix in some more sugar and keep that going. But yep, I'm going to just power through this and make something. I can't promise if it'll be great, but it will be something.
Don't stand like that. It's a learning process.
Today was a failure day. I've decided it's now 4:30 p.m.
I'm afraid, everyone, I criticised him a bit here, which I don't.
No. I was criticising myself. This was a disaster. Oh, yeah.
Mommy.
This is ruined. Yeah, this was a disaster.
Someone doesn't think it's a disaster. So
No, someone really likes it.
he's like, excuse me, there's a lot left over.
So, here's the plan. This is going to be nothing. I'm going to chuck this out, clean
No
everything
video.
up, put all this stuff aside for later, or for a party, or to eat when I'm depressed.
It sort of just looks like something I could do.
Yeah. So, I'm not happy with this at all. Anyway.
You might want to take that GoPro off your front. That is also making you look like a fool.
Is it? It's not. It's the opposite of support.
You've got boobs
me out.
and you look slightly pregnant. You're having a bad day.
Look, I've got a new toy. That's good.
That's good.
This is a disaster. This is not good content, nor is it good art. It opened up well. I had a good opening segment, but...
Did you?
It's right.
Save that for the next one.
Yeah, no, what I'm going to do is I'll keep the footage, I'll stash it aside, and then in the future I'm going to do a different candy art challenge, maybe with just one type of candy to start me off easy, and I'll use the footage from this to say, last time I attempted a candy art challenge, you never saw it because it was terrible. And I'll just show snippets of where I gave up.
Candy art A, candy art B.
Look how imaginative and three-dimensional this piece is.
It is pretty bad.
Pretty bad. It's just atrocious. To be honest, the main reason this was a complete failure was the glue.
I knew that. I tried to say that to you.
I had like seconds to work with it and I couldn't plan ahead or improvise. There's no malleability. So I did the
I knew
most
that.
unimaginative thing I've ever done, which was the most terrible.
It was like lines.
See, ladies and gentlemen, this is the effort I go to try and entertain you, and if it isn't good enough, goes in a bit. I'll come back with a better video for you, I promise. I ruined my calendar for nothing. On a day like today, it's easy to focus on the negatives, especially in the moment when I'm looking at something that I'm thinking, this is garbage, I am not able to use this and I will not use it. So in that moment, yes, it feels garbage and I sort of have to come to terms, readjust and clean up and sort of transition. But now that I'm sort of back on track, it's good to sort of focus on some positives. And first of all, I learned a fair bit about what not to do when making food art challenges. So that's great. I guess the whole point of what I do on this channel, or on my main channel, is that I try, and sometimes that is met with fantastically surprising success, and in situations like today, it's met with such failure that I can't even really use it in a video. However, I've got some footage that I can use perhaps in my second attempt video. I can sort of flash back to my first attempt, so I've got that footage. But then, of course, there's other good stuff that happened today. For example, I got my new GoPro, which I have exciting plans for specific future content, but it's also really useful to have those miscellaneous extra shots when I film. Having the one GoPro has been fantastic, so having two and one with image stabilization is going to be amazing for on-location shooting. So that was productive. Something else that is fantastic is having Lee on board has meant that even though today was a spectacular failure in terms of making content, I'm still okay. We have today's video that's going to be finished and ready to go up in the next hour or two. We're actually 2 videos ahead, so we're doing okay. You know, like, I've got a little bit more room to breathe than I had before, where in the past, a failure like I just experienced would be just extraordinarily painful, because often I recorded the content I was going to release the day or the day before it would go up on the channel. And in that situation, I would just be flailing and miserable right now. Unfortunately, I don't have to be in that place right now, which is awesome. And one more ray of sunshine in today, whatever today has become, is this. My wallet was handed in at Southern Cross Station, so thank you, faith in humanity restored. Someone had some kindness and integrity and handed this in, and the train conductor saw the Jazza Studios business card and emailed us through our website, so we asked them to send it back to our local train station. I picked it up and it has everything in it, including, most importantly, tax receipts and my Mikey card, which has 40 bucks on it. Everything else is useless because I cancelled everything. Oh wait, my Flyboys card. Woohoo! All my credit cards and driver's license have all been cancelled anyway because I reordered them, so no biggie. That's really cool that someone did that, so thank you, kind stranger. That being said, even though I have my old wallet back, it is falling apart and I have taken the liberty to order a replacement, but it will take a couple of months to arrive because it's a custom one, which will be a fun surprise for you later. Anyways, that's it for today and today's attempt of a video and today's vlog. So I'm going to wrap up with the question of the day from Black Hole Relic, who says, I see a lot of people saying art challenges in the videos, in the comments sections. Will you ever accept challenges similar to their questions, and or do you take inspiration from these comments? All the time I take ideas from people who suggest them in the comments. That's why I invite people to say them. A lot of what I do is sort of I come up with it at the moment or as I feel like it, but whenever I see a great comment, I note it down on my phone or on one of my sticky notes and put it aside for a day when I sort of have the time and space or ability to plan around that. And when I choose the content for the day that I'm going to record it, it's often based on how I'm feeling at the time and that time and space that I have. But in answer to your question, yes, I always pay attention to comments, and there are some particularly great suggestions that I take note of. The reason for making last Friday's video, the Pancake Art Challenge, was because so many people over time have asked for the Pancake Art Challenge, so it definitely counts. Anyways, thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I've got to wrap up, prep the thumbnail for the video, and then I'm done for the day. So until next time, I'll see you later.